I'm Lesley Worthington, and I want to briefly talk to you about picking your niche. But I don't even think that's the right way to phrase it. It's more like having your niche pick you, because that's really how it happens. So I did the 21-day challenge in October 2020, and so I've been at this over 3 years. And I think the main thing to keep in mind is that um, this whole journey is really about persistence, consistency, and patience, and a lot of experimentation. So when you're picking your niche, all you got to do at first, like in that 21-day challenge, all you got to do is pick anything that you're remotely interested in. Don't worry about if you know about it or not. That's not even relevant. You will learn about it because you are going to write about it, and you're going to read about it, and you're going to spend a lot of time talking to people about it. So pick something that you want to write about, you want to learn about, you want to talk to people about, and that's your niche. Now, for some people, they know for sure what niche they want. And then there are some people who are chasing after a niche that they think will be, successful. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Choose something that you like, because you're going to be spending a lot of time doing this. So don't choose something that you think might make you lots of money. Choose something that you like doing, and it will make you lots of money. So for me, I had a background in quality assurance in a medical device company in Canada. So the obvious thing would be to do quality assurance in medical devices, which I did not want to do because I worked for 20 years in that and I didn't want to do it anymore. So I had no interest in my niche. But for the sake of going through the motions on the 21-day challenge, I thought, okay, well, I definitely don't want to do quality assurance. Boring. Been there, done that. Don't want to do that anymore. That was my thinking. So, but I guess I'll just do medical devices and just see. And so I didn't care if I was attracting marketing people or sales people or research and development people. Didn't care. I'll just go into medical devices in non-native English speaking Europe. That was my niche. And so I played around with that, and I wasn't really even sure what I wanted to teach them. Just communication skills, I guess. I didn't have any teaching experience, so I was just kind of following the framework that James set out. So it's like my course consisted of some functional language on the various different skills people would need, like meeting skills, small talk, a little bit on presentation skills. What I really wanted to teach was writing skills, but I soon realized that people didn't realize they need help with their writing, so it's hard to sell something to people when they don't want it. So they want it after they come to you for other things and you show them how you can help with them with their writing, but they don't realize that they need help with their writing because their speaking feels more urgent to them in terms of the help they want. So I started creating content every day. Every day I would write posts, and I would start to see which posts did well and which posts didn't. And then I would just keep writing more of the things that did well. And so you just kind of write, see what happens, see what the reaction is, write some more, see what happens, experiment, try different things. At one point, somebody contacted me and they asked me to be on a webinar of theirs. And I thought, well, I didn't think, because if I thought, I would have said no. So I just said yes, and then I worried about how I would do this later because I didn't really even know what a webinar was, and I was scared to death, but I thought, okay, it's still 6 weeks away. I'm sure I can figure this out. So I figured it out, and the audience was quality assurance people in pharmaceuticals. I thought, okay, interesting. So this guy put me on his stage. I did a webinar, and luckily it wasn't till after the webinar that I found out that there were over 500 people watching, because I would have just crawled under my desk if I'd realized at the time. So that was probably the turning point for me, because that day I got 500 new connections. I got all of these new connections. So now I had this new audience to test out my content. So then I just kept writing and kept writing and kept writing, and I would see what resonated and see what didn't resonate. And it became clearer and clearer to me that people really wanted to learn how to talk about quality better so that they could explain quality to the other people in their organization. And that's essentially how my niche revealed itself. People just kept wanting this sort of help. So I eventually started doing my own webinars, one of which was called Talking About Quality. That got a lot of attraction. And then one day I thought to myself, I wonder if these people need help creating the training that they do for the other people in their organizations. This is mandatory training that anyone who has a quality management system has to do this training. They have to show the auditor they did the training worked, blah, blah, blah. And traditionally this training sucks. So I thought, maybe I can help people with this training. So I created a little masterclass on this and got some leverage on that. People started coming, and then corporations would call me up and they wanted me to help their quality teams on their training. And I'm like, oh, so I was literally helping people create this very simple training, like a presentation essentially, but on a very, very, very specific thing. And that's essentially my niche. So it started very, very wide, very like medical devices. That's it, any position. And then it became quality assurance, and then quality assurance in medical devices, pharma, med tech, and then now it's quality assurance in anything, automotive, aerospace, like any regulated industry, same principles apply. And now any language. Most of my clients right now are from the US. So took a while to get here, and I would never have guessed where I am today. I would never have anticipated I would get doing what I'm doing. And I explain people that knew me in my former life, I explain to them what I'm doing, and they're like, that is so weird. How did you decide to do that? It's like, well, I didn't really decide. It was just the pathway just was revealed, and I just did whatever came next, and whatever opportunity came along, I thought, yeah, I'll try this. I'll see what happens. And now I'm here, and now I'm known for someone who does this very, very specific thing. And that's, I believe, how you figure out your niche. You just let the niche reveal itself. So don't get too bent out of shape, trying to find the perfect niche, because I don't think that's how it works.